I'm Michelle. I'm a general manager. I give Network for Good a 4 out of 5. For more reviews like this, click below. Before we were using DonorSnap, and we were unhappy with that. The interface just wasn't great. We weren't able to get the reporting that we wanted from it, and the customer service wasn't great. It wasn't as quick as we needed. You had to send an email and wait 24 hours, that kind of thing. That for a small organization just didn't work. Usually when we had a problem, we needed it fixed. So that wasn't great. Um, and so we started looking, we looked at a few other products. Salesforce was one of those. That one was great, but we didn't have the time to invest in creating what we needed out of it. Would have done a lot of things, but again, we were small, so we didn't have that the people to really sit and wait for that to happen, and then the time to have a person invested in that to get to where we needed it to be. We looked at Neon and Donor Perfect, and those were good as well. But Network for Good kind of had the donor processing part of it that we needed. It was easy to use so that we knew that we also usually have people that will kind of float in and out of development positions because they're also a part-time program, so that it was more of a, you could teach it really quickly, so that worked for us. So that was ultimately why we ended up going with that. Network for Good offered a lot of things that we needed that helped us also streamline our operations. So Network for Good has a digital mail piece built into it, so we can do all of our mailings in there. You can do your direct mail in addition to your electronic mail campaigns directly there. So that was nice. We didn't have to have another product that we were worrying about. So that was a big piece of that. We could track all that right there. So that was really a big selling point. The customer service is great also. So it is right there within the product. We can just, send a message and somebody gets back to us pretty quickly. If they're not getting back to us within the product, we can call and we get an answer really fast as well. So thinking about just the donor management piece, we were able to get reports in just a way that we weren't able to segment people and do things that maybe we weren't using the other product to its full extent. But again, because we are a small shop and we don't have a full-time development person, so it was easier for us to be able to do those canned reports. So we were able to do that. And again, because there were so many that are just available to us, and being able to save those in the system. And it's just an ease of use that wasn't there for our last product. I think just looking at it, sometimes the visual aspect of it was easier for people, which does make a difference. So we were able to do that. And then there are, add-ons that are there. So they also have some, if we want to purchase it, which we did have in the beginning, some additional consulting with a fundraising consultant, and you can add on some services here and there if we want to do that. So that is nice that they have those other things available to us. So in the beginning, they did, put in all of our previous contacts for us, which was really nice. Now I do know how to do that, to upload that, but having thousands of people in the beginning, we wanted to make sure that we didn't make any mistakes in getting data messed up. So that was good. And then there was that process of making sure that we, understood the product and how to do things. There was support in the beginning, and there's ongoing support. I will say that's a piece that is there still. So I think, again, because I'm not a full-time development person, there are things sometimes that, I have to go, oh gosh, what is this? There is a huge help section, and they have, in addition to being able to book an appointment with somebody, they have open kind of office hours that if you want to just hop on and ask a question, whether it's just the mechanics of it, a piece of their product, or just something really specific of having a problem like, oh, I did this and I need help fixing it or something like that. So I think it was in the beginning and then, ongoing kind of doing that, because sometimes you do something once and then you don't do it again for several months or something and you kind of forget how to do it. Or there's things that you do because it's part of an annual campaign or an annual something that you may not do it, except or because it's part of an event portion of the software that you forget how to do it, so you need help kind of doing that. There was something that I did not that long ago that was, like having to update something on somebody's record that I had not done it in a year or something, so I had to get help with that. So I think that it's kind of ongoing, and they're really good about that. Um, and that was, part of, I had trainings in the beginning, but again, you don't remember all of it. Um, and then you have like a person that's assigned to you, but in the beginning, and they were great for the first, couple months. But I always feel like anyone that I talk to is, really knowledgeable. So I think that's also a really great part of their customer service, that I don't feel like I have to talk to a certain person that only knows my organization. So I think that's a really great part of Network for Good as well. My recommendation would be to test the product first, because it is really good for certain organizations, but it may not be the product that you need. So it does have an event platform, and it does have the mailing component, but it is kind of a medium fundraising platform, and you may need something different, and really ask the staff there what it can do for you and how you can make it work for you. It's not really a customizable platform, I will say that. So if you're looking for something that you can really change and make yours, it's not going to necessarily be that. So you would want to be looking at that. I would say though, but it's the other good thing about it is that it's not something that updates a lot. So where I do have other products that I use for things that we do, there's, it's updating to get better, but it's not something that's constantly changing, which is kind of nice about it. So that is one good piece of advice, is if you're looking for something that's going to change because you make a lot of recommendations, it's not that, but I would just say, make those comparisons and really look for what it is that you're looking for and make sure that it lines up with that.